It's been brought to my attention that all of my makeup tutorials are for natural makeup, so let's do it. Full coverage, full makeup look. RMS primer, just a little. Just let that dry down. Okay, this is RMS ReEvolve Full Coverage Foundation in shade 22.5. A little goes a long way with full coverage. With this foundation, I have actually been through a few different shades thinking I went to 22, I've done 33, and lately I kind of landed on 22.5 as the best match once it's blended. Sometimes the learning curve with foundation is when you swipe it, you think that the color you see is the color that it will be blended, and actually once you blend, it can be a little bit different. So it just takes time to really get a sense of how it wears. The light was hitting funny, so I turned. This is the Buruti Bronzer. A more full coverage look, you definitely have to think about adding back the tones of your skin because not as much of your skin is going to show through. So if you're wearing a full coverage foundation and you're not wearing blush or some kind of contour, bronzer, something like that, it's going to wash you out. I'm going to do a little bit of the light setting powder. I'm gonna do the red blush today. So this is the color Beloved. Good amount because I'm using a brush. So I do like that. So I do it kind of deepest there and then kind of work my way out. I like to get it on. I'm gonna do this method of blending where you just kind of tap and you don't blend because that'll kind of keep it in the area that we like. Now, I love this color because it, for summer, because it has that kind of faux sun look to it. It just looks like you've got this fresh, healthy, sun-kissed look. Not sunburned necessarily, but just kind of natural. So you can look at your cheeks before you put your full coverage foundation on and see where you naturally have more redness in your skin, pink, and I just like to kind of add it back with the blush, plus a little bit more. I don't wear eyeliner a lot, but I'm gonna do it for you today. But I like to finish putting eyeliner on this direction so that you can kind of get in between the lashes. I don't like to see a lot of my liner, but this way it kind of helps keep it from getting the gap, and then you can even lift your lashes up and kind of fill in from the bottom. I'm gonna do the other eye in an actual mirror. Okay, I think I did this eye a little better in the mirror. But luckily, this comes with a little corrector, so I'm just gonna kind of smudge out. And then I'm gonna smudge out this side too. And I'm gonna put eyeshadow on over it. So really this is just to kind of boost the lash line. You won't see all this smokiness. So I just wanna make sure it's good and blended into the lashes. All right, I'm gonna do one of the newer colors. It's called Supernova. This is the classic Eyelights. So this is the one with shimmer. You just need the literal tiniest bit. And I like to kind of just dot in the middle and then take a clean finger and just spread it. And the same thing here, little dot in the middle. You have about a minute to work with this, maybe a little less, maybe 30 seconds to work with this before it starts to set. So I feel like I didn't even squeeze this. It's just the little bit comes out in eyebrows. I'm not gonna do a ton of eyebrow, but I'm just gonna use this pencil so it has the pencil side and the spoolie side. And I'm just gonna use the spoolie to kind of groom a little, see where I have some gaps. This is always a spot that I like to fill. Just maybe like a little bit here and there. And then one more time with the spoolie. And then I'm just gonna kind of tuck. Mascara. Now you might notice that I did not curl my eyelashes, and that is because I forgot. Okay, best part, lip. I have a lot for me for a Wednesday going on my eyes, so I'm not gonna do a red lip. I'm gonna do a kind of a nude. I'm gonna do a nude adjacent. So this is the legendary Serum Lipstick, and the shade is called Naomi. So it's a pretty full coverage lipstick, but if you want to make it a little like more subtle, you can just put it on with your finger. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it on full coverage. This one is really moisturizing, so I like this for like a daytime where it feels really comfortable but it stays on. I like a little shine on the lips, so I'm gonna use this clear shade of the legendary lip oil on top. So I'm just gonna get some on here. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Not sticky. Perfect. It's a fun way to turn any lipstick into a lip oil. Okay, the reason I always do a finish like this is because for some reason when it's straight on, the color looks strange when I use my little phone holder. And I feel like you get kind of a more natural sense of the colors if you get a little bit of an angle on with different natural light. So there's the final look.